cracking, y'all? You are now watching Boo TV. Appreciate you for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and let's get into the topic for today.
What's cracking, y'all? I'm sure you all know by now. It's been, 2 days or something like that. The United States failed to place in the FIBA World Cups. They lost to Canada in the bronze medal game. And Germany ended up taking home the gold by beating Serbia, who was without Nikola Jokic. But that's beside the point. That's not the topic of discussion. I initially wasn't going to put out a video on the whole FIBA World Cup and my opinion on Team USA and, moving forward with Team USA, what the future will probably look like. Just because I've been so busy and I couldn't catch it while the coals were hot. But Stephen A, I see, chimed in on it for a handful of minutes. And there's a rumor swirling around that I woke up to this morning that LeBron James is looking to assemble, I guess you could say, another redeem team, which could include players like Steph Curry, Jason Tatum, Kevin Durant. I don't know if they mentioned anybody else, along with LeBron James. But anyway, before I continue on, let's see what Stephen A. has to Smith, and then I'll give my overall response and opinion. Let's get into it.
I don't know if you missed it, or if you saw it, rather. You may have missed it. But the performance of the United States during the FIBA World Cup, ladies and gentlemen, they lost to Canada. They lost to Canada. 127-118 in the bronze medal game. That means the United States of America is walking home without any medals. With Steve Kerr as its coach, this team fell to Canada. Team Canada was led by Dillon Brooks of the Memphis Grizzlies. The same Dillon Brooks that couldn't do anything right in the first round of the playoffs against the Los Angeles Lakers. That brother...
Now, I think Dillon Brooks is no longer with the Grizzlies now. I'm pretty sure he's with who? The Houston Rockets, if I'm not mistaken?
Dropped 39. 39 points. Okay? 39, look at it. 12 of 18 shooting, 7 of 8 from 3, 39 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocks, a steal, and was named the tournament's best defensive player by FIBA.
These fools let this bum, Dillon Brooks, score 39 points. My word.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's no need to wonder why LeBron James, according to reports, has suddenly acknowledged he would like to participate in the 2024 Olympics in Paris. And he's planning on assembling a few stars to join him, mainly Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, etc. Scored in the Yahoo Sports right there. LeBron ain't having that. Now, it speaks to a bigger issue. And when you see something like what transpired, it gives credence to what sprinter Noah Lyles said just a few weeks ago when he rhetorically or sarcastically asked, world champion of what? You think I'm lying? Listen to this right here. This is him. This is Noah Lyles.
Is that I have to watch the NBA Finals and they have world champion on their head. World champion of what? The United States? Don't get me wrong. I love the U.S. at times, but that ain't the world.
You know, I got on him initially because, not to be a hypocrite, I did. I didn't think he knew what the hell he was talking about, because I'm thinking about players from 40 different countries participating in the National Basketball Association. 1 or 3 players in the NBA are not from the United States. They're from all over the world, 40 different countries, 6 continents. And to me, that's how I viewed it. But what he was alluding to, that the actor Boris Kojo and others tipped me off to, is that they're talking about the level of competition. You're representing the United States. Somebody else is representing Australia. Somebody is representing Germany. Somebody is representing Canada. Somebody is representing all of these others. That's what they're talking about. And when it comes to that, that's the only way that somebody should be considered a world champion. All right, that's a matter of opinion, but it makes sense, and I can't refute that. But here's the bottom line. He looks smarter today than he did a couple of weeks ago. Because when Dillon Brooks, who signed with the Houston Rockets this offseason, is starring for your team, dropping 39 points and being named the best defensive player in a tournament, I mean, damn. That's enough to get LeBron James antennas up. And if you're talking about a dude next year that's going to be having just completed his 21st year in the National Basketball Association, and that brother going to be competing in Olympic competition, and he balls out, which I know he will if he's healthy. I mean, that's about sending a message. This is the second straight FIBA World Cup the United States is left without a medal, you know. And we want to call ourselves the best in the world, but guess what? We haven't accomplished it. We're getting our ass kicked because other people are sending their best, and the best from this country doesn't want to go. And so when LeBron James says what he says, that's a beautiful thing because that's exactly what needed. Get Steph Curry, by the way. Get Kevin Durant, by the way. Get Klay Thompson, by the way. Get a Kyrie Irving, by the way. Yes, get Kyrie Irving to represent this country. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? The brother's a superstar caliber basketball player. Get him. Get him. These are the kind of things, you know, you got to get back to the dream team and the redeem team. We got to bust people's ass. You got to show them like, yo, this is a different day. It ain't like that. We still are who you thought we were. So that's just me. I'm really, really hoping that LeBron is serious and he means it. And he recruits a whole bunch of cats to go and join him in Paris. Absolutely. I would love that. And Paris, from what I'm told, ain't a bad place to be. I'm quite sure if this was someplace that LeBron didn't want to be, I don't know if he would have made such a proclamation. But being in Paris, there are worse things to happen to you in life than to be stuck in Paris.
Listen, the days, and I'm not saying anything y'all don't know already, but the days of Team USA just send in some quality players, maybe an all-star or 2 or 3, and legitimately competing are OVER, over. And it's for a variety of different reasons. The level of competition has gotten better. It's obvious. And the kind of basketball that the NBA has transitioned to over the years. Also, I do take in consideration that Team USA, they're bringing players from the NBA, so these guys don't play with each other, while these other countries, normally these players play together on a regular basis, so the chemistry is grand. I do understand that. It's not an excuse, though. Also, like I said, the level of competition has gotten better. Think about this. The USA has to send the best of the best of the best of the best that they have to be able to compete. Because when you look at the NBA, I could say 5 of the top 10 players, 5 of the top 10 players in the NBA will be playing for another country. Now, lucky for Team USA that these 5 players all won't be on the same team. They'll be representing each individual country, as opposed to the other top players in the NBA all being assembled on one team, USA. Right? And I'm talking Giannis Antetokounmpo. I'm talking Nikola Jokic. I'm talking Joel Embiid. I'm talking Luka Doncic, and some people would throw Shea Childress Alexander in their top 10. I'm not that far yet, but he had an exceptional season. Don't get me wrong, and he was actually the best player on Canada. But I'm not putting Shea in the top 10 yet, but he has a real good chance of getting there. And he's without a doubt the top 20 player in the NBA. So let's just say 4. Let's just say 4 for argument's sake. 4 of the top 10 players won't be on Team USA. And of those 4 players, 2 of them are top 3 players in the league. And the other 2 are arguably in the top 5. So you might have 4 of the top 5 players. Arguably, 4 of the top 5 not playing for Team USA. Embiid to be playing for Cameroon. Jokic to be playing for Serbia. Giannis to be playing for Greece. And Luka Doncic, where's that fool from again? Slovenia. Luka will be playing for Slovenia. Come on, man. Team USA will need LeBron, will need Curry, will need Kevin Durant, will need Jason Tatum, will need Kyrie Irving, and whoever else they can get lined up on that squad. And even with all that, I'd be lying if I told you I would have the utmost confidence that they could go undefeated. I'd be lying. I would be. They have no other option but to send the best of the best of the best. That is the only option they have. And they're not even, I might as well say, the best of the best of the best of what's left after these other NBA players go play for their respective country. I don't feel bad for Team USA either. And as the news kept breaking, of Team USA, they lost again in these FIBA World Cups. They lost again. I wasn't even surprised. I wasn't even like, oh, they lost to who? They lost by how much? They lost. I wasn't even surprised. I was just like, yep, not surprised. Next in the daily news, what else is going on in the world? That is literally how I was receiving that news. For real. This is where we are, folks. The rest of the world has caught up with us in the talent pool. That says a lot about them, and I think that also says a lot about us being the United States. If LeBron does follow through with his statement and go play in Paris next year, you better hope that they deliver, or he'll be walking out that joint with 2 bronze medals in his collection. They was already calling him LeBron's. Golly, now I'm about to double down on it if they don't bring home the gold after assembling the USA super team. Now, if there's one person that I have confidence in that can assemble a super team in record-breaking time, even for the USA, it's LeBron James. You want a super team? You want to bring the stars together to surround LeBron James? That's who you need, baby. That's who you need. You want to assemble the super friends? LeBron James is your guy. He'll make it happen. We know that for a fact. That's what history has told us. He'll bring the stars together around him. He'll bring all the help. Could you imagine if next year Team USA lost, didn't come home with the gold medal, and the narrative is LeBron didn't have enough help, as it seems to be the narrative any other time? These bums really let Dillon Brooks pop off for 39 points. You know what? Oh, man. And this guy, the guy that be yapping his gums all damn day, y'all let this guy smoke you? This extremely unskilled, I don't even know how to describe this guy. This is when you look at Dillon Brooks, this is not a guy you should be allowing to score 39 points on. And then the other thing is, nobody fears Team USA anymore. There isn't a fear. There isn't that same level of respect and admiration that you got from years prior. You know, where these foreign players come in and they're starstruck when they seem to. That is not the case anymore, man. They don't fear these guys, especially as they see mostly foreign players dominating the league now. What are they worried about? Bunch of guys that can be so self-absorbed and hard to come together and build a continuity and play team basketball. They're not worried about that, especially with the rules being different. I've heard people throwing around excuses for Team USA. Oh, they didn't have enough bigs. Oh, this. Oh, I don't want to hear it. No, I don't want to hear that. No excuses. No excuses. I don't care. There's an excuse for everything. If they had the bigs, you were going to say they weren't small enough. And they don't have the bigs, you say they're not big enough. There's always an excuse. I don't want to hear it. I don't. Them days is over. The only chance they got is to send out the best of what's left. And it's still not guaranteed. You can ho-hum about each of these players' individual accolades, yada, 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 yada. But at the end of the day, if they can't put it together in the confines of a team, build the chemistry, none of that doesn't matter. Because these other countries are silky smooth, well-refined, well-oiled machine, a sharpened Hattori Hanzo sword. Team USA is trying to sharpen theirs as they go along. It's the reality of the situation, folks. The dream team is not stepping through that door. The redeemed team isn't stepping foot through that door. So whatever iteration you're about to get of a damn near 40-year-old LeBron James, Steph Curry creeping up in his mid-30s, Kevin Durant too, Kyrie Irving, early 30s, I think. Don't quote me. Listen, they gonna need all those players I mentioned. They also gonna need. Hell, what center would you even send out? Joel Embiid ain't playing for you. Joker ain't playing for you. Who you sending out? DeAndre Ayton, Karl Anthony Towns. Who you sending out for the center position? Y'all gonna need all-star caliber players coming off the bench, like the Dream Team and the Redeem Team. For real. Anyway, that's all I gotta say about it. I don't think I'm missing anything. Let me know what you think about it. Appreciate you guys for stepping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and I catch you on the next one. We out, baby.